Let us say hello to Senor Perfecto himself, Bill Algeo, who's joining us right now for the first time. Hello, sir. How are you? Well done, not only
Hey,
on the fight, but on the promo as well.
hey, thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to be on here.
It's great to have you. By the way, DC said it like Algeo, and I say Algeo. Which is the correct way to say it?
It's Algeo, or if you're my UFC driver, he had a Lego. So I
Oh
get
my
all
God.
variations, but
Okay,
it's
so
Algeo.
I was saying it correctly. I just wanted to make sure there. DC was the one who butchered it. Yes.
Mostly.
Okay. Fair.
I got something to take up with you too on that julep, man. That julep's disgusting. I
What?
do love Montreal. Montreal is a beautiful city. It's a beautiful place, but yeah, the julep could be a little
You
better.
had the julep in Montreal next to TriStar,
Yeah, of course. I've
and
been there plenty of times.
you think it's disgusting?
I mean, anything's good, I guess, after getting whooped up on that TriStar and getting some sugar in you. But no,
Uh,
it's not the best.
have you ever had the spaghetti with meatballs?
I have not.
Good, don't have it.
I thought that was good.
That's
Yeah,
GSP's move. I wouldn't suggest it. Have you ever had the poutine there?
yeah,
Tremendous, right?
that's good.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we agree on that. By the way, why do they call you Senor Perfecto?
So I had a another, I guess you'd call it like a wrestling promo done where I made it myself, where basically I'm making every single putt. I'm making a perfect shot in darts. I think I won in chess or something. So after that video, everybody started calling me Mr. Perfect. But that's already been done before, so I wanted to put my little twist on it. Plus, I'm married to a Puerto Rican woman, so I started saying Senor Perfecto after that.
Okay, I love that. First of all, are you a big darts guy?
Yeah, not bad at it.
I'm a big darts guy myself. I only throw 180s though over here. What about you?
181s.
I don't know if
I don't
that's
know. I don't know
possible.
enough to make fun of
We have a darts board here. If you're ever, in town, we need
it.
to go one on one. Okay, and what's that?
The game cricket. That's all I play.
Cricket. Yeah, I don't. I just do three versus three. I do three shots. You do three. Let the better man win.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Rigorous.
It seems like you're giving a nod there to Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. But then I heard in the post fight interview or press conference, you're not a pro wrestling fan. Is that correct?
No, I mean, I was back in the day growing up. So I liked Mr. Perfect. I liked the $6 Million Man or whatever it was,
Million
or
Dollar Man.
$1 Million Man, yeah. And then Razor Ramon, all the classics. I haven't been watching it now as an adult. I mean, I've been pretty focused on this sport.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a big fan. I was giving a shout out to Ric Flair and his retirement, but I think he did it in North Carolina where he's from, and he sold it for, like 5 to 10 minutes. I didn't have that kind of time, but I thought it'd be funnier instead of, playing to the crowd to start making fun of them and just see where it goes from there. I wanted to make sure I asked my cornerman if they were selling glass beverages out in the audience because I have to keep that head on a swivel out there.
I loved it. I loved everything about it. And even like the Uber Eats driving, all that was tremendous. Did you think of that on the spot?
No, we kind of that was the edited version.
Okay.
So we kind of just made ourselves laugh all week, just kind of saying it like that. Hair snipping was in there. We had a couple different sticks.
And when you walked out, which we didn't see, like when you walk out of the cage and go to the back, anything happen?
Basically, like I wasn't sure what kind of reviews I was getting, and then I had my gloves still off, so I was acting like I was going to throw one in the crowd, and they started going nuts for it. So as soon as you start offering free stuff,
Ah,
the crowd went crazy for me. So I want them back. So I had them. I made fun of them. I lost them, and then I got them back. Yeah, because I threw out a glove, I threw out another glove, and then I threw out my shirt too.
typical Kansas City fans, right? I mean, you throw something free their way, they
Hands are
forget.
always out, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, hands are always out.
Unbelievable. Now, and the beef is because you're an Eagles fan?
Correct. Yeah, I was going to start an Eagles chant, but I was afraid they wouldn't be able to spell it.
Uh, that is amazing. That is incredible. Are you a diehard Eagles fan? Is that your team?
Yeah, yeah. I've been born and raised around Philadelphia area, so that's my team. It's pretty much the only sport I watch.
Okay.
Other
Yeah.
than this.
Right, of course. Yeah, tough loss in February, but I'm a big Bills fan and I hate Kansas City, so you doing that was
I like
just
the
tremendous.
Bills.
You like the
I've been
Bills
to a
too?
Bills game before. Yeah, I've crashed some people at some tables.
Yes, yes. It is a
It's a cool
great time.
time.
Well, what a performance, not just the post-fight promo, but the fight itself. And
Thank you.
I mean that to me was as impressive as it gets from you. But you've been having impressive performances as of late. The last one stumbled a little bit, but prior to that, on a bit of a run. How would you describe where you're at? We were just talking to Olivier about his confidence right now. Feels like you're a very confident fighter when we're seeing you out there. How would you describe it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the skills were there. I mean, the better fighter doesn't always win every night too. So you still got to go out there and do it. And I was doing good against Feely until I got my arm broke, and then it was like, okay, just in survival mode. But other than that, it's been a pretty good run the last couple of fights. So I'm hoping to keep that momentum going. And even the losses I had were close, but they were entertaining. So at least I know I'm bringing some value either way.
Did you know in the Feely fight that you broke your arm, or did you realize afterwards?
I mean, it totally snapped. So yeah, I knew right away. It was the first like 10 seconds of the third round.
Did you need surgery?
Yeah, I got 6 screws and a plate.
Oh, damn. See, and that was only in
Yeah.
September. Well, I guess that's not that long ago. 7 months. How long did it take to get to 100%?
I'll let you know.
Oh, it's not 100%.
I mean, I still feel it. It's annoying, but that's why I go with southpaw a lot more. I try not to get kicked there.
Oh, wow. So you still
But
feel like even so in training for this fight, you were feeling it throughout?
yeah, so it's
Oh, do we lose him?
We'll get him back in just a second.
I think it's Frank's fault. Frank, is that your fault too?
I'm going to take responsibility for that. I pulled the plug.
Bill, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
This is an all-time debut appearance on the program.
Yes, we're going through every medium we got.
I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. I don't know if you heard any of what I was saying. Is it true you started 0-14 as a wrestler when you were in high school?
Yeah, I wasn't very good at all. I was just trying not to give up 6 points, so trying not to get pinned. But yeah, I was coached by a guy who graduated the year before and was there like half the times because he's a 19-year-old kid. So it was more of a just get tough and instead of like learn how to actually wrestle.
And that didn't deter you. You kept at it, and then you became you were all state, and then I think did you win a championship as well?
No. Just all-state wrestler, which in PA is a significant thing.
For sure. And then jiu-jitsu at Penn State and boxing at Penn State as well.
Yeah, I started teaching jiu-jitsu up there. I was the only purple belt in the state college area at the time. Now you got, world champions up there. You got, what's the name, just opened up the American Top Team.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more MMA up there now. But when I was there, I was the only purple belt, so I taught jiu-jitsu, and then I would do the boxing team just to stay competitive.
How about the disrespect for Bo Nickel? What's his name?
Yes. Well, I get them confused, man. There's Jason Neff. I saw David Taylor. They're all training MMA now.
They are. That is true.
Bo Nickel's doing the best right now. But I mean, they're all very, very good.
An infamous fight that you were a part of was the Brendan Loughnane Contender Series fight. You got into the UFC. He didn't. Was there any part of you that was like, I need to not be known as this guy? Because I feel like for the longest time, like you were the guy that everyone said, including myself, like, how did he make it to the UFC but not Brendan? Brendan won the fight just because he shot in the final seconds. Yeah. Did you feel any kind of way about that?
Yeah, I mean, I felt for him. Like, we put on a great fight. I thought they were getting that fight for a discount, and they were. Because now he's doing pretty well for himself. So I guess all things considered, he shouldn't be too unhappy with the results because he made a ton more money there than he would in the UFC, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, I was confused why he didn't get the bid. I get he went for a takedown at the end, but I'm not an easy dude to finish, so it was just get the W. And that was a war. I made him piss blood. He made me not be able to walk for a few days. It was a good fight.
Wow. We were talking earlier about being a father. So was this your first official fight as a dad, right? Like since your son was born?
Say the first part of the question again. I heard the dad part.
This was your first time fighting since your son was born, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So first time doing a training camp with minimal sleep. Yeah,
what was that like?
It's just different, man. It's just you don't have as many luxuries as before, where I can take a nap every day and sleep 10 hours no problem. Now it's just sleep when you can get it in, and your whole attention is just different when you get home, when he's awake anyway.
But more motivation, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. More motivation to do well, make money. I mean, all the above. I mean, like that was lacking before, but now it's just more pronounced.
Heightened, yeah. Is it true you don't train jiu-jitsu anymore?
No, not really. I teach it, but I train it. No.
You said that in the post presser. So like and why is that? I mean, your jiu-jitsu is great. You teach it. Obviously, you've earned that. But
Yeah.
to refine your skills, to talk, strategy, game plan stuff, never helps to train it?
No, I mean, like we'll mix in the wrestling and throw some rear naked chokes and stuff on that, but I already know how to do that. That doesn't, once you learn a rear naked choke, it's not that hard to figure it out. The more important meat and potatoes is getting to someone's back and keeping them down. I'm not going to be throwing up triangles and arm bars off my back. I'm looking to get up and strike. So that eliminates basically 95% of all jiu-jitsu. And then, even getting up is more wrestling based than jiu-jitsu based.
Sure.
But I still have some submission things, but that I can pull out of a bag if I need to. But I'd like to, the Jose Aldo approach of, he's got amazing jiu-jitsu, but you would never even know it because he's such a good kickboxer.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good call. Do you spar?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Okay, because we were just talking to Olivia, who says he doesn't spar anymore. And so when do you go to TriStar, or did you go and not anymore?
No, not anymore since COVID. They got really crazy since then, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
But I would go maybe once a year, just get a good feel for good guys and see where I'm at and get the confidence up. I train with Arnold Allen up there. Actually OAM as well. Quite a few guys.
But everything's back to normal. You can go, no problem. There's no restrictions anymore.
Oh, well, they still ban jiu-jitsu tournaments, and they still have weird rules like that. But
okay,
we'll see. I'll have to get back up there. I do love that town, especially when it gets nice out. It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. And I'm sorry, I saw your Instagram post about your mother. I'm very sorry that you and your family are going through that. My condolences. And this obviously your first fight since her passing. You obviously didn't show any emotion in the post promo, and you kept it light, which was fun. But I'm wondering if you felt like you were fighting with a heavy heart, if you were thinking about her a lot throughout the week, how you were dealing with all of that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely showed some emotion in the one interview, like right after the promo. It just kind of hit me. I'd kind of been only thinking about this fight, which was kind of a luxury, where I didn't have to accept reality for the most part. I mean, I'd gone through that week of hell with her in the hospital, but then it was like, okay, just focus on this fight. But man, she was and is my biggest fan when it comes to this stuff. She would watch the weigh-in, she'd watch Twitter for anything that could happen. She would read all the articles. So it was tough. As soon as this fight was over, it started to kind of hit me, and the airplane ride home too. It was just like, man, she's gone now. I mean, she has been, but it just hits you different.
Yeah. My sincerest condolences. I'm a mama's boy as well, so I understand where you are coming from.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that's easy. You have a lot to be happy about with your son now, and all the attention that you're getting here. Are you going to keep this persona? Like, are you going to drop promos every time now, or is this the one and done for you?
We'll see. I've tried to get on the mic and call people out before. It hasn't really done too much. So maybe now I'm getting some more interview time with guys like yourself. Maybe the post call outs will start to have more weight to them. But we'll see. I'm fine with making fun of every town I go to as well.
I love that. By the way, who do you want next?
I've called out Chase. I've called out Giga. Billy Q's on my radar too. We were supposed to fight, and now that fight makes more sense too. So we've got a handful of guys. It's more so like when.
And when do you want to fight?
I'm thinking like first or second week in July, or if we're not going to do something this summer, then like September, October, something like that.
Okay. All right. Well, keep it up, man. All the best to you. Great to have you on. Congrats on the birth of your son, and congrats on a great fight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right. There he is, Bill Algeo.